And just a second. Okay, so this is our last one for today. We are with Desiree Thomas, who is running for re-election on school board, MISD place 2. Okay, so this is going to be fun. I'm going to ask you a couple of simple questions. And again, this is just to kind of get to know the candidates before we start getting serious about stuff. So if let me ask you, where were you born and raised? That's always an easy one to start with.
Okay, I was born in Marietta, Georgia, but my dad was in the military. And then we moved to a little small town in Oklahoma, and that's where I pretty much grew up.
Okay.
So big farming, ranching community. Graduated with 70 kids in my class, so small town.
Wow. So what branch of the military?
Air Force.
Air Force. Was he career or?
No, he did 2 tours in Vietnam and said that was enough.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. I hear you. And then siblings. How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 wonderful brothers, and I'm right in the middle. They say I'm kind of bossy, but I say I supervise very well. That's fine.
Well, you're the only female, so
yes, I am.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, how would you describe yourself?
Oh, let's see. Probably kind of more on the shy side. Going to groups and working a group is kind of challenging for me, but it's a good challenge. But I probably say very patient.
Okay.
Very patient person, very honest, little OCD.
Okay.
So yeah.
Like OCD in regards to what? What area?
Probably just organization and
okay.
Everything has its place, has its purpose. I probably drive my kids nuts with that. Shoes go upstairs, not downstairs. And yeah, just being organized. I'll probably take that to a little extra level.
Okay. Do you have any specific hobbies?
If I had more time, I would. I love to, not necessarily gardening, but I love to work in my flower beds. I love to do that. So if I had more time, I'd probably do that. I love spending time with my girls and my family. But
yeah. So what is it about gardening do you like?
It's just, I think just being outdoors and you're digging in, it's just peaceful. You can hear the birds and you don't have to really think. You can turn your mind off. And then, you plant the different flowers and you watch them bloom and it looks so pretty. And it's just, that I guess it's more of a calming piece.
Yeah.
Thing, that therapeutic, I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's very therapeutic.
It's a very grounding activity.
Yes.
Everybody should do it, but they don't. I love to garden. Yeah. So what, are you a TV person, a book person, movie?
I'm more of a book person. I love to read.
Okay.
And a few book clubs, and I love being a part of the book clubs because they probably challenge me on different genres that I would probably never pull off. I'm kind of more of a murder mystery kind of person, but just different genres that they challenge you to read. And I find myself, I like that book. I would probably read that again. But it wouldn't have been one that I would have picked. So I love to read.
So you say murder mystery. Is there a favorite book that you've got?
You're going to laugh. I love the Count of Monte Cristo. It's a big book. It's a big book and it's an old book, but I kind of like that. It's kind of a revenge kind of novel, but yeah, I kind of like that one. I've read that one a couple of times, but like you said, it takes a while to get through that one, but that's just for fun reading. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Here's a crazy question. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Oh my goodness. Probably pay off some college tuition. Mm-hmm. And I'm such a big advocate. I volunteer a lot, so I would probably donate a good chunk of it. Just just, to our food banks and just different organizations that really help our community is probably what
Okay.
I'd see myself doing. Help my parents out a little bit. But yeah, that's probably what I do with it.
Okay. What would be the best career advice that you would give someone?
Career advice. I would probably say, um, make sure you have clear communication and you listen and not just listening, but you're hearing what the other person is saying. I mean, it's one thing to listen to somebody, but it's another thing to truly hear what they're saying. So, and be willing to try different things, be willing to do a different position or go outside your box a little bit. But main thing is listening and clear communication.
Okay. If you could travel through time, where would you go?
Oh my goodness. We were like, probably, there's, I don't know, probably the era of World War II. I mean, there was so much going on during
Mhm.
that time, and it was a scary time. But probably to rewind a little bit and go back there and just walk that walk for a little bit and just live it. But I found that era just very fascinating. Just a lot of stuff going on in a lot of different ways in a lot of different countries. So
A
yeah,
lot of changes. It
yeah,
impacted life as we know it.
exactly, exactly. So yeah, that'd probably be where I'd go.
Okay. Um, do you have a bucket list of any kind?
Bucket list. If I had to, I would probably say maybe to travel a little bit. And one place would probably be Australia, New Zealand. I'd
Yeah.
love to go visit there. That would be probably number one on my bucket list.
Is there a reason for that area or?
It's just one that just piques my interest, and I just love to go. And and my vision, which is not my husband's, is literally going backpacking and in a tent out in the outback somewhere. Just like where you're in the midst of the animals and just out there.
Uh-huh.
My husband, no, I would have to probably do that one alone, but but it's just such a neat area. That's just somewhere I would always like to travel to.
Um, next to the last question, I've got two more for you, but tell me why you want to run again for city council, because this is a reelection for you.
Right, right. So for school board, this is just my first term. So 3 years when you first asked me, I thought, golly, 3 years seems like so long. But it goes by so fast. And that
Yeah.
that first year, it's kind of like a learning year. You learn so much, and I'm trying to, I want to learn everything and I want to know everything about everything. And it's challenging because there's just so much. And then you go into your second year and you kind of start to get in your groove
Mhm.
we're such a, I love the group that I serve with. And that's one of the reasons I ran 3 years ago, is because I'd worked with each individual at some way or another along my travels. And so I knew none of them had a personal agenda. They were literally there for the kids. And so I consider us a team. And so we each bring a little bit to the plate and a little bit different. And so, like my second year, I started getting into, okay, where is my place on here? And I feel like I love the legislative part. If you would have asked me that 3 or 4 years ago, I said, no way. But I really like that. I like being able to serve on those legislative advisory committees that I'm doing for the North Texas Association of School Boards, and just those opportunities. And I feel like I've just got started on that. And then COVID shut us down, and I've had the opportunity to be on a leadership TASB class, and I was accepted into that. And I'm in good company because I'm the fifth person on our school board that's had the opportunity to do that. And it's Raul Gonzalez, Karen Marcucci, and our Dr. Pastor Mayor Evans was one of them. So I feel like I'm in good company with. I just admire all three of them, and they've great leadership. So I was looking so forward to having that opportunity and bringing that back to our school board. And again, COVID shut us down. So I feel like I'm just getting started. I'm just getting my feet grounded and my hands wet. And I just want to continue on. We've got a lot of cool things coming to our district, with our social and emotional learning and our restorative practices and just things that we're going to do for the kids. And in Desiree's perfect world, I'd have 100% of every one of our kids graduate from high school. But that's not the real world. But I believe these programs will help that, and I will make our kids more successful with their, whether they're going to be career ready or college ready. I just want them to be successful to go on with life after high school, and I just want to be a part of those programs going forward and advocating for them and making sure we have the funding for them, because I think it's going to impact our school so much. So yes, another 3 years, I would love to serve just another term. So.
Okay. Do you have a creed or a motto that you live by?
I think I would probably have to say, treat others as you would want to be treated. That's something that my grandma always said. And I feel like I really try to do that. I live that. I try to treat people like I would want to be treated. No matter what. I mean, even you maybe have the conversation and you don't like where it's going, but you need to be respectful because you would want that same respect. So I truly try to live that, is you treat others as you would want to be treated.
Yeah, it makes life easy if everybody would do that.
Yeah. Yes.
That would solve all the problems.
It would.
Maybe. I guess it depends upon how crazy somebody may think that they need to be treated, but yes. But that's a good one. It's an easy one and it's a good one. So, well, that's a good one to end on. And like I said, this is just a couple little minutes, and then we'll be doing candidate forums, and we've got a luncheon coming up next month. So we'll have plenty of opportunity to talk and visit again. And thank you so much for doing this for us.
Well, thank you, Lori.
Look forward to seeing you again.
All right. Well, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
it.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.